Aloha! Welcome. This is my first time doing this. I'm doing something different. So I have people watching on Facebook, and I actually have people listening to my podcast too. I'm doing two things at once. I'm multitasking, not necessarily multitasking. I guess multi-broadcasting is the better way to say that. But I'm going to do my 50th podcast episode on live video. So I want you to get that treat in today, and you'll just kind of see the process of how I do it. So for those of you listening that can't see me, we'll go ahead and get started with the show. So e komomai and aloha. You're listening to Inspired by Imua, where we help you master the waves of medical product development. If this is your first time listening, Imua is spelled I-M-U-A, and it's a Hawaiian word. It means to advance forward with passion. Each week, we interview guests that educate, guide, and inspire to give you and your product the skills you need to hang 10. There are plenty of rough waves in medical device development, but keep listening because we've got you covered. So like I mentioned before, today is my 50th episode. And although I started with 3 episodes in the bank, so I guess this is my 47th week of doing this. So a new episode goes live every Tuesday, and you can find that at, let's see, I'll type in my link for you. The easiest way is just inspiredbyimua.com. That's the name of my podcast. And it's for people that are entrepreneurs, inventors, scientists that want to develop a medical product and take it to market. And I know I have a lot of you listening that aren't necessarily that, but are interested in that. So maybe you work with startup companies, you work with large companies that are developing products. So you're just interested in medical devices. You're interested in the development process of them. So I know you guys are listening. I want to give you a shout out as well. So I want to apologize. I have been MIA pretty much like this whole last month. And I had way bigger, how do you say that? My eyes were way bigger than my stomach, or I bit off more than I can chew, or I was just overly ambitious, or just all of the above. And what happened is we've moved across country. So we were in Carlsbad, California, and then we're now in Reston, Virginia. So Carlsbad is the greater San Diego area. Now we're in the greater DC area for my husband's job. So he got out of the military, but he's still kind of in that realm. And we're out here. I was kind of nervous about moving here. I thought, oh my gosh, it's going to be cold and the traffic's so crazy. But where we live here in Reston, it's actually super, super nice. I'm looking outside right now, and well, here, I'll show you guys since I can do this. So there you go. That's my view. Abby's hanging out there, sunning herself. It is cold today. It's when I woke up, it was 19, but now it's just above freezing. But it's so sunny that it makes it warm. And we have all these trees around us. There's 4 lakes here in Reston and an interconnected system of trails. So just getting used to it. It's definitely not the beach, but it has its own beauty. And we live on a golf course too, so I can get outside and walk around, and it's just really peaceful. So that's what's been going on in my life, and that's why I have not been emailing you regularly. I did keep up with the podcasts, but I haven't done any videos in a while, so I just wanted to do this as something special. And since it's my 50th episode, here I'm going to put something else up. So for those of you that are entrepreneurs, or you are a startup company developing a product, I've got something I'd like to give away to the first 50 people that click on this link. So follow this. I'm displaying the link up there. So what this is a 3-day video training series on how to move your product 3 different ways in 3 days. So If you click on there today and sign up, then you'll get the first one today, and then the next one tomorrow, and then the day after that. So that's something cool I put together for you guys. And I mentioned that I have other people listening to this as well. So if you don't fit into that category, if you're like, okay, that's cool, Megan, but I don't have a product I'm working on, I help other people with their products, or hey, I just like listening to you or watching you on Facebook, that's cool too. So I've got something else for you if you're interested in partnering up on some cool things. I've got 2, and now I'm trying not to be overly ambitious and biting off more than I can chew, because I definitely learned that lesson in 2017. So I'm shooting for an in-person event in the Southern California area in August of 2017, and then another one in November, which will be out here on the East Coast. So I'm looking for people to partner with for that. I'm looking for people to partner with me by being on my podcast and doing some really amazing things with these specialized digital workshop events, and partnering with me on all of my programs. So if you're interested in that, send me an email here. I'll type in my email address. There we go. Show. This is cool. I like this. I'm still getting used to playing around with this thing. So that's for you if you're interested in partnering. And yeah, I'll send you some amazing stuff. So I think that's it. I think I just wanted to jump on here real quick. I know that's a short podcast episode, but hey, it's pretty simple. If you're developing your product, go check out the links. Okay, for those of you that are listening to the podcast, I just realized that you can't see that link. So the link is, if you go to imua-services.com/3 ways. So basically, just the website, imua-services.com/3 ways. And I will link this on the show notes to the podcast. So if you're listening to this in iTunes, you can click over, look at the episode notes if you know how to do that, and the live link will be there. It will also be on my website on the podcast page. So you go to imua-services.com, and just click over to the podcast. If you're listening to this and you're like, wow, I didn't know you did a video on this. You know, I didn't know I was going to do a video either. I just kind of spontaneously decided to do this. And I want you to be sure and catch the other ones. So that means you need to follow me on Facebook. You need to follow Imua Services on Facebook. It's just facebook.com/Imua Services. Again, Imua is spelled IMUA. And I want to get in the habit of doing this regularly. So doing one of my podcast episodes periodically, doing it live. And then that way, that would be cool. Just have it live. You could ask me questions and I could answer them right there. So let's do it. Why not? If you're interested in that, again, you need to be following Imua Services on Facebook. So I hope to see you there. I hope you guys take advantage of that 3 ways in 3 days training. And for those of you that are interested in partnering, all different kinds of ways, talking about podcast guests, talking about helping me plan these in-person events, helping me plan these little digital workshop, webinar, live training type of things. We can even, with this software that I'm making this video with, we can even do split screen, and I can be on one side and you can be on the other side, and it can be a live interview. So all kinds of fun things. Email me. It's malonso@imua-services.com. So that's MALONSO@imua-services.com. And I hope you guys are having a great week. And I just brought some happiness with a cool video. Speaking of the video, I'll link to that Facebook page in the videos or in the show notes so you can actually watch the video. And I guess I'll link to the show notes on the video page once they're live. They will go live Tuesday, March 7th. So adios. Have a great Sunday, and I'll talk with you soon.